It's time to check out Endless Power. Endless Power. So you know what? I've done a Summoner. I've done a Melee class. Let's do a Ranger to finish out here. I've also never done the Apostate. Maneuvers are used to increase their weak statistics and allow them to change every situation to their advantage. I think more than anything else, I want to do the Sentinel, though. Sentinels collect energy from used arrows to unleash later as an ultimate ability, and they start with a unit that mimics their arrow shots for less damage. Caveman Mafia says, just finished watching the ASMR Disco Elysium t-shirt stream. Started playing Storybook Brawl today because of your videos. It's my very first TCG. Enjoy. It'll be a damn good time. Top 4 wins. To be clear, top 4 is a win. It's worth keeping that in mind, otherwise it will be a dispiriting experience. Endless Power. Run through the endless loop of enemies, awaken your inner power, destroy everything that stands in your way. 5 fights until the Treasure Guardian here, compared to the 2 I think that we had in the other circumstance. Phantom. Whenever you play an arrow, your Phantom will attack the same target, dealing 1 hit for an additional 3 to 5 damage. Let's draw the Shadow Shot. Deals 1 hit for 6 to 10 and reduces the enemy's armor by 10 until the end of combat. So we played 3 out there. Now we've charged the Sentinel ability. The ultimate ability is deal 3 hits for 2 to 3 random enemies. Sorry, for 2 to 3, 2 random enemies. Each ultimate charge equals to 1 hit. Oh, so you do 12 at the, 12 at the max, if that is the max. 11 plus. And the amount of damage that each hit individually does changes with the amount of charges as well. Interesting. Let's draw 2 arrows. Then take another shot against you. So uniquely as this character, or these sets of characters, we have the ability to play cards that have a secondary cost associated. Specifically, the cost associated is the amount of ultimate charges we are going to spend on it. Bow draw, gain 25% damage for 3 turns. Saw a release over there for the multi-shot. I mean, you transform a turn away, so just throw another Shadow Shot at him and then wait. Guess we'll turn Bow Draw over, though. Nice. A Shot of Hope. Deal 1 hit for 50% damage and draw 1 card. Beautiful. Exactly the kind of thing I want. Draw an arrow from the grave. Ooh. Let's take the Shot of Hope, though. First arrow played in a turn is 1 energy cheaper. Oof. Drawing additional arrows increases your armor by 5 this turn. Ooh. All barriers only last 1 turn. If you start a turn with negative armor, gain barrier equal to 50% of your missing armor. First arrow played in turn is 1 energy cheaper. I'm going to be playing not that many costly arrows, I think. I'm going to take Protective Force here. And then let's get some armor by base as well. Right? Should it be armor by base? Because the reason is because in the deck we have these maneuvers. Gain 10 armor this turn, and then barrier equal to 100% of your armor. So having armor is particularly good for that. Fine. Oh, and we get 2 rewards. We get 5 armor, 5 armor. The best armor is attack. I think it can be, certainly. I am trying to stabilize a little bit at the moment, but we'll see. See how it comes out. Okay, I'll get that Shadow Shot in hand, and then Shadow Shot against you. Just a couple times. And then actually, do I need to stun you? I'll stun someone else. You know what? I'm gonna stun both of you. No trashing of my hand. Should have expected that. Shot of hope, and then my ally will kill it, thankfully. Use a single fates, and then it's just shadow shot and shot. Hold a bow is this turn, gain 100% damage, lose 25 armor for 3 turns. I don't think I need to do that here. Hey, Gafari. Good to see you. Let's get the Phantom Aid out and just start throwing shots against that target as well. Arrow Bag unfortunately costs me some of my ultimate charges personally as well. 6 to 10. We might be in the realm now where I can throw it. That feels like it did very little damage. But it might have just did very little damage to very specific targets. Oh, that should have killed. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Make the disturbance and get rid of it. I could flip back the Unbreakable Faints there. I probably should have flipped back the Unbreakable Fates there as well. I could and should and would need to. Another shot. And sure. There you go. Get him, Ghost Archers. Give me another free attack. Exposition. Deal a hit for 100% damage, gain 50% damage for the next 2 turns. A hit for 200% damage, 100% damage for the next 3 turns. A hit for 400% damage. Lose 50% damage for the next 2 turns. I don't really like having to play around flipping my maneuver cards because it is a mechanic that kind of gates them by turns a lot. I don't think I'm going to take any of these even. Each hit has a 5% chance to reduce enemies' armor by 10. Whenever an enemy was hit more than 6 times in a turn, reduces armor by 100% for 2 turns. That, and then we try and get even further into some sort of combo cast situation. Take damage 2 times there as well. Hell yes. Alright, Phantom's Aid, and just set up against one of the targets. Doesn't matter which, they're both exactly the same. There we go, negative 100 armor for you. Yeah, it's very achievable when I've got a Ghost Archer mimicking my shots here. Oh boy. Oh, that's so good. I even get to reduce on turns like that. Oh boy. Okay. Arrow Bag and then just Shot of Hope and then a bunch of other shots. Thanks. Okay, I really appreciate the pickup that I made. So much better. Hidden Treasure. Draw 1 card. Upgrades to draw a card and reduce its energy cost by 2. Unfortunately, that costs 2 as well. And then the final is the Treasure. Draw 2 cards and reduce their energy cost by 1. Much as I like the idea of it, I don't think I will. Agile Draft. Draw 2 arrows. And it costs ultimate charge. It's exactly the kind of thing that we want in this deck. There's also a Returning Shot. Deal 1 damage for 150% damage. Ascend and then return 3. So it'll increase its cost and then come back to hand. I mean, that's also good. Yeah, it's late night. We've got chill chat vibes. Agile draft, I think here. At the end of the turn, create barrier equal to 10% of your armor. Am I really? Drawing additional arrows increases your armor by 5. Oh. I mean, yeah, that's gonna give us a lot. Start of each turn, gain 5% damage until the end of combat. No, each hit has a 10% chance to gain 50% more damage. I would happily take that, but I think I'm going to take constant motion and then aggression. 2 more fights to the Guardian. Phantom's Aid, and then I've got to target the Bounty Hunter first as well. Nice. Negative 100 armor for you for a bunch of time. And then I end my turn, and I just get armor passively. There's very little armor. It's 10%, right. So I need to draw arrows in a turn before it's actually something I care about that much. Shot there, 2 shots there. Agile draft draws 2 arrows. Another 2 shots there. We use arrow bag to draw even more arrows. Multi-shot random enemies. Sure. Why not? I'm gonna draw some more arrows. Oh, that didn't draw arrows. That's fine. 10% of my block. Ah, wasn't enough to keep us completely safe. Only just. If I didn't know any better, I would say I'm trying to unnaturally extend this fight. I'm not. I do know better. But it definitely appears that way with the performance. Finishing touches. Draw a finishing shot. Finishing shot is deal 1 hit for 200% damage. It's also another agile draft. I'm gonna take another agile draft. I need to get more arrows in here as well. Each hit has a 5% chance to stun an enemy. Yeah. Give me some 0-cost arrows, please. I'm ready. Stun you and start ignoring you for the rest of this fight, basically. For a while, at the absolute least. Flip all of those back to the other side. 67 barrier seems reasonable. I mean, you're healing this turn. I'm kind of okay with you doing that. Phantom's Aid draw. Even more of those. So I've drawn a bunch of arrows this turn. Ah, and I've increased my armor by 15 this turn. Okay, so it makes sense. But I wasn't really getting credit for it, but I am. That'll do. Actually, 4 hits against you right now. That'll also lower your armor by 100 for 2 turns. Means next turn, you're going to be very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. I love the dupe arrows. Honestly, the Guardian just doing our shots. Similar. It's just, oh, it's beautiful. Draw 4 toxic shots. That's a great way to get a lot of the enemy's armor off. I think I'm already okay at doing that, though. Agile draft. I think it's too much. It's too much. I need something else as well. And then acid shot. No. All of these are tools that I already have, unfortunately. Multi-shot before using an ultimate ability. Huh? After playing an arrow, gain 5 armor this turn. Also pretty good. And at the start of each turn, gain 5% damage. Yeah, no, we'll take suppressive fire there definitely, and then attack and attack. Treasure Guardian. Guardian of the treasure. We've got it. Not an AoE fight. Not necessarily our strength here. Thankfully, we do have a Fates in hand at the absolute least. was a really quick fight. What? Oh. Increase your card draw. Five random runestones received. Okay, this is a lot. Draw an additional, and all of these are unlocked as well. Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling powerful. I'll tell you that much. Increase my own damage by 2, and then we'll go stun a random enemy every 5 turns. Extra max HP. Love it. That's endless power apparently. All right. So this actually, it's endless. Your power is endless. But there is apparently an end point to this as well. The final fight is 36. We will apparently know it when we see it. Cannot wait to both know and see it. Start throwing out some shots. Everybody. Got him. And it's time for an arrow bag. I mean, Smoke Shot will give us 1 towards our ultimate charge, but I don't think I really care about that much. Okay. Multi-shot random enemies for 50% extra damage. I think I'm going to be doing that at all. I don't think multi-shot is going to be anything for us. Shot of Hope. Double shot from this one, double shot from this one, and then an arrow bag draws. There's even more shots. Oh my god. I'm actually going to throw the smoke shot. It's going to kill. Because the dupe arrow is going to deal at least 1 damage. Okay, so this is just going to be a relaxed time. Yeah. Will be a new season, new series rather, of Tainted Grail for YouTube. Yep. Hey YouTube, how's it going? Cancel it. Pebble throw, stun an enemy? No, cancel it. I just want 0 cost attacks at this point. Each hit has a 5% chance of dealing 100% more damage. Sure. Time for our legendary encounter. And a bunch of damage here. You should be scared. Oh, that's a very aggressive opening hand. We actually have 4 shots as well as the agile draft. So who's the redirector on this field? 2 of you? Because your bunches and bunches of armor. You're kidding me. Now that you're stunned, it's redirecting to the other target. Oh no. Let's give you a stun shot, I guess. And then feint the survival, I guess. Uh-oh. I need some card removal as well. I might get some of that after this legendary fight, though. It's the multi-shot random enemies. All of that would end up redirecting, but it does extra damage. Unfortunately, we have the smoke shot. Oh, which I guess I'm fine with then. Smoke shot you, and then I redirect. We end our turn and gain 5 armor, which is enough to take no damage. Wait, we took 1 damage? No! 1 whole damage. Never gonna live it down. Phantom's Aid. Starting to take you back out. How? Why am I incapable of reducing your armor anymore? Pourquoi? Where are we? Whenever an enemy was hit more than 6 times in a turn, reduce its armor by 100% for 2 turns. Well, that should have happened. By all rights. So target practice is starting to stack up. Good. Oh, well, this is working now. That's good enough. The arrow bag out. Is the main... no, you're not immune to stuns. I'm just going to stun you this time. Tainted Force, stun a random enemy, or game barrier. Sure, stun a random enemy. Why not? That would have been way, way better earlier. I don't exist as they did have some barriers, so maybe that blocked it. Right. Might have blocked enough hits for it to not worry too much. Fair. Hold a bow this turn, I think. Let's make the deletion of that target really easy for us. Ooh, a release for a multi-shot here. I don't think so. Great question to be asked, though. And then finally Fates. Nice. Love being able to generate enough block. Starting this turn with block. Unusual. Shadow Shot still goes against the main target on Franz Sullen. The arrow bag out there. Use a shot of hope. Kill on that target. You've got your target practice is actually pretty close for you still. All of those hit the Renegade Cutthroat, none of those hit Ran the Sullen? Excuse me? Would have been damn nice had they. Those rolls the 25% extra for the current turn. Oh, we got a lot of negative armor this turn. We might be looking for lethals here. Oh, never mind. We managed to stun the target with the attacks. All's well that ends well. Let's use a arrow bag. Just for a couple more. Just for a couple more damage. Great. Another Phantom's Aid. Even less armor for you. That should do it. It's our first legendary. So what do they reward? Is it removal? Yes, it is, but it's only 1. We're going to need to start removing some of these fates from the deck, as well as the multi-shots and stuff. Weaponized Quiver. Plus 30 max HP. Using a quiver grants you plus 50% damage this turn. Interesting. Plus 10 armor. Ultimate ability deals 2 hits for each ultimate charge. That's twice as much damage from it. Gain plus 2 damage. At the start of your turn, gain barrier equal to 20% of your armor. Sure. I'll take the extra damage. We also get some extra combat items. I mean, all of those are currently tagged, aren't they? Except for the Weird Candle, but the Weird Candle is tagged on 1 by default at all times. Take another healing mixture there. Apparently I also got new runestones. No? But it did show me the new runestone message. I see. I just want to start with more ultimate charge and be able to generate more ultimate charge consistently. Because that's what I use for paying for all of my quivers. Okay, one more from the arrow bag. And I'm not even going to bother throwing the final one there. Use bow draw. Obviously don't want to try and stun them when they can't be stunned. It would just increase their damage. Play right into their hands. Give them exactly what they wanted. You got the action out of you. You played right into his hand. Give him exactly what he wanted. None of these. Again, they all provide us exactly what we already have access to. Multi-shot before using. No. Each hit dealt by the Phantom's target reduces the target's damage by 5% this turn. The more shots I throw out, the far better that is going to be for us. Man, our base damage is so ridiculous. 20 to 24. Oof. I'm just frankly not used to having this much damage. It's overwhelming. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Another Phantom's Aid. Yeah, you're dead. We're not even getting to start target practice on these targets anymore. I feel like we're pretty healthily ahead of the power curve. Deal one hit for 150% damage to all enemies. I mean, I don't have any access to AoE yet. I'll take one. Played 0 arrows in it. That's never anything. First arrow always costs 1 less, or using a quiver gain 10. I'm going to take the first arrow costs 1 less, especially because I just took an arrow that has a cost associated with it. Treasure Guardian. I think we can do this. Not turn 1, right? Maybe turn 1. Splitting shot is so big. I don't think I will use release here. So all of the summons attack the same target from splitting shot. All of the ghost summons just attack the first target that got hit by the hit. Got it. That is going to be ridiculous. So both of these are also attacking their ally. They're attacking the grotesque nobleman. Which now means if I can just lower your armor enough, they'll kill you. Never mind, I'll just kill you myself. Yeah, feeling like endless power. It's definitely feeling like endless power right now. Increase your card draw again. 5 more rune stones. First hit was 10% lifesteal. No. Reduce max HP. No. In the first turn of combat, increase your damage by 50%. That's pretty reasonable. Increase your damage by 2 is replaced by that. Yeah, I think that's definitely worth it. You kidding me? Every 3 turns, you always deal maximum damage or gain 50% this turn for every inflicted stun. The first turn of combat, increase your damage. Actually, first turn of combat, increase your damage. And then I also have a free slot here as well. Every 3 turns, all enemies deal minimum damage. It's not a random enemy. We're going to go for the free hit to all enemies at the end of the turn as well. You're hitting kind of hard, you're right. I think I might do a little bit of damage with this deck. I think I might be in a reasonable position. Look at that bar just trailing off the bottom of the screen. Okay. Phantom's Aid. That's what Shadow Shot does now. Oh boy. Stun you and start drawing even more cards. Again, and then even draw more cards. All right. Your turn. Splitting is doing so well. Draw 7 weak shots. That's so many shots. Increase the no. Each hit has a 5%. No, after using equivalent, gain 10 armor this turn. I mean, that might ultimately help us at some point. Time for a legendary encounter. Let me build up to the 10 and actually cast the weak shot card. I need to. Okay, it's not in this hand, so as long as I don't cast anything in this hand that'll try and do it, we'll be in a position. Right, I did forget that enemies will attack. I might have forgotten that one. So we can stun one of the Awaken Golems, we should probably stun that one, right? They would try and summon something now, but there's 5 units on board, so they don't have the ability to. Let's go. Shadow Shot, Shot of Hope. Just another shot. The general idea here, if you're wondering, is I'm trying to increase my armor ridiculously such that I have the ability to defend myself without having to really worry about what the enemies are capable of. Yeah, 75 armor and then all the incoming damage is pretty minimal. I could decrease my armor to gain 100% more damage this turn. I think I actually will. So I'm already defended. This gives us the ability to start really popping in the bops against the Awakened Golem if we want to. I could even play another Agile Draft this turn if I want to. Let's kill all the summons, I think. Seize the opportunity. Deals 1 giant hit for us. Take us more on the Agile Draft. Don't even have the ability to play that one. Now punked. There's the Splitting Shot. It's got good AoE still. Oh boy, the incoming damage is huge though. There's the Spiritual Flurry I don't have access to. I just need more ultimate charge game. Game, please. Oh, if only it finished you. I think I'm gonna have to use the throwing knife. I don't want that target to die. We've drawn very little defense this turn. Very little armor, that is, sorry. Oh boy. It's faint 2 times. reduce your damage by 10%. And the incoming is 24 max, 30 max. That's still less than the amount of block that I have, so I don't have to play risk. Ooh. Nice! We just randomly stunned them at the start of the turn with the AoE there. I do still need to be able to take someone off the board, offer 10 HP until 10 armor until the end of combat by using a gamble. I don't think I can. Oh boy. Well, we did get a natural draft at the absolute least. Means I can play more quivers. 4 more hits until you crumble as a stone. The arrows. I really don't want to have to stun the Awakened Golem again. Just stunning it in particular is rough. 2 more hits there, and then we wait. I don't use the ultimate, the rest of the ultimate that turn. Might need it this turn, as it looks like. Risk to be able to stun one of these golems. Acid Blast, reduce armor by 100. Oh no. Looking increasingly pretty bad. I'm gonna need to start controlling some of the units on the board again. Incoming damage is minimal and our block is maximal. And I'm going to draw those 2 arrows, but they themselves are also going to provide me charges back. Unfortunately, they drew into Spiritual Flurry, exactly what I needed not to draw for that to be a viable play. I'm about to start losing armor if I start playing out these gambles, but I can't also not play them out, because if I don't play them out, I don't win. Holy Thompson says, hey, what's going on, Big Dog? Just bought this game. You enjoying it? Yep. I have, so far, 46 hours in this game. Some of those have been sponsored. Not all of it. By far, the significant minority of it, in fact. Make sure the right target's fine. These gambles are really annoying. I think eventually they are going to be the only block that I have access to, and I'm going to need them, but I really don't want to have to do them right now. Boy. Yeah, stun you. Oh boy, I need all my weak shots. Give me a turn full of weak shots. Doesn't one of the passives remove negative block On the enemies? Or on myself? One of my passives removes negative block. No, it's if you start a turn with negative armor, you gain barrier equal to 50% of the amount that you were missing. If that's the one you're referring to. Again, I'm going to go agile to take a target off the field. Love it. Incoming damage is huge. 150% of my armor. It's a lot. Get 92 on the block there. That's enough. I'm gonna need to kill someone pretty soon. Draw 2 more arrows with the arrow bag. No, I'm leaving myself open to the weak shot still available here. Well, there's agile draft again. Dang it. At least we're constantly getting feints. I really need one of the golems off the field. They're only getting stronger. And they're going to be harder and harder and harder to block as they continue just trashing my deck. While I'm here trying to set up for some beautiful turn in the future that I don't think will ever actually arrive. And there's the Spectral Flurry. You're kidding me. Actually don't have the ability to get enough for it this turn. So rude. Use Consecrated Oil, 100% extra damage this turn. It's the Phantom. Yeah, I can get 2 more. I'm 1 short. Playing any arrow or spirit arrow card. So I have to use Gamble to try and draw to 1. Oh boy. Stun you for a turn. We did manage to draw an arrow. That's what I needed. Okay. And then at the very end, we shadow shot you. 11 more hits. Seize opportunity, and then Spiritual Flurry. So all of these weak shots are actually gigantic. 130, and then the second one hits. Perfect. Bow draw. Bow draw would have been relevant. And that gives us not seize the opportunity. Do I need to gamble this turn? Ideally not. Good. Yeah, I figured that might be enough at the end as well. Oh, okay. That looked like it was actually going to end us. For a really long period of time there. Thankfully, we managed to make it over. Just got another card from the deck. I don't think I can get all of these feints out of here. They were the only way I continued living there. Let's get rid of the bow draw. Let's also get an oversaturated runestone into the pile here. So it fully charges your ultimate ability on usage. This is target gains 100% damage and loses 50 armor this turn. Berserker Potion. We can put that on ourselves when we're trying to close out a fight. Definitely put that in instead of meat. Reduce the enemy's armor by 100% for 2 turns. Tome of Knowledge, draw a card. Get rid of the weird stone. Put the card draw in. Actually, the card draw was already in. But... Fine. I guess I can put it back in. Or just the meat, because the meat is actually still positive. Close. Take another healing mixture. We should probably use one of those aggressively here. I haven't used any of my weird candles yet, so if I need to get weird candles, I'll do that later. I buffed our light before the battle started, increasing, giving us a card instead of giving us a negative one. Worked out. So the first arrow this turn is the one that's going to decrease the cost. There's a splitting shot for it. Shadow shot against the living target and then just remove it. Three energy left. And I'm going past Spiritual Flurry this turn anyway, so I might as well. One down. When we get to the next turn, that target will be killed. Got him. And then it's just arrows, baby. If you're not stunned by the end of this turn from these patient attacks, we can do it ourselves. Okay. Well, you didn't take the hint, so you're going to get stunned. Still got enough negative armor on you, that's all good. Hit. Another shot of hope. As long as I can defend at all this turn, which we can, I'll get us across the line. I like when they are much more simple executions, because that's what I've been trying to set up for the whole time. Oh, draw 2 weak shots. 1 for each 2 ultimate charges. Oh, no, 1 for each. No, okay, so yeah. If it was a 1-for-1, it would be incredible, but it's not. I don't want to do that. Acid Flood, discard all that. No, skip across all those as well, I think. Drawing additional arrows gives you plus 5% damage until this turn, sure. Make the turns that are balling out of control already ball even more. Maybe I should have started taking armor again. Because I do worry I'm going to have one turn where I don't have the ability to generate my own defense, and then we die. Hello, Soul Harvester. That is an aggressive new ally. I wish the Soul Harvester's allies, when they were summoned, didn't have the ability to immediately attack, but most enemies don't. It's just the Soul Harvester that can do it, so it is, at least to my mind, some part of their mechanic set that is intended. There we go. Down. 2 down. Let's agilely draft. And then at the very end, we'll hit you with the attempt to stun. We know we can't stun you. I've lost to that before. But thankfully, it's still got 2 more arrows out on you, decreasing your armor by 100. Just keep getting them until they're got. Beauty. Give me a level up that cares about my ultimate charges positively, thank you. I've been asking the whole time. Gimme. Every turn, draw an additional arrow. That's huge. That is more alt charge. At the end of your turn, lose only 90% of your barrier instead of 100%. That's actually huge as well. I do want to take keeping distance at some point. I'm not going to take it yet, though. Release is a pretty huge multi-shot right now. I'm not certain if I have the damage to just go straight for the serpent. But I am curious. Negative another 100 armor there. Agile draws even more arrows. Arrows with AoE. Yeah. It seemed like it worked. Increase your card draw again. Yes. Polished Dig. After anyone's death during combat, gain 20 barrier. In armor slot, your barriers are 50% stronger. Oh, we can actually just combine the Gar. Which, just replace that version of. Oh, we actually also have the ability to combine Wind. Stun a random enemy every third turn. Nice. 3 turns you deal maximum damage. It seems like Daig should be in there, right? Instead of my higher maximum HP, my barriers are now 50% stronger. I like having more cards on turn 1 and more damage on turn 1. A lot of the time it is leading to these instant kills. Morning, Azoth. Welcome on in. Okay, this is not the Treasure Guardian fight, right? No, we've got a bunch of enemies, so we're gonna have to kill them all. Okay. Incoming damage this turn is 12, 12, 11, 23, 48, 23 is 71 maximum. Daig lets us be more aggressive in group fights on weapon 2. Agreed. Specifically when it's in the weapon slot, though, because in the armor slot, it's just power for my barrier. Phantom Aid first. I do just need to get someone off this board instantly, and if I'm doing it to anyone, it's got to be the Corrupted Giant, right? There's a Splitting Shot. Can I get too much more damage before doing that? I don't think so. Another arrow bag. Yeah, that worked. Let's take the natural shots against you, stun your ally. I've run out of shots in the deck. This is ultimately where I did want to end up. I can draw through all of my shots in a single combat now. Draw it again. Those may actually be our remaining 2 shots. Kill on turn 2. Azoth says, I haven't picked this up in ages, even though it's a great game. I've got good news. Fate Breaking Shot. Deal 1 damage for 100%. Reduce the energy cost of 1 card in hand by 1. Do I care about that? Not really. There's not that much draw. But in particular, this is patch 1.1. There are 3 new modes in the game. We're currently playing Endless Power, which is one of the 3 new modes. Perfect shot. Whenever you end a turn without dealing any... Okay. Too many options. Drawing the first card over the hand limit grants you 3 ultimate charge and plus 100% damage this turn. I love the idea. I don't think I'm going to get enough draw to do it consistently, but maybe we do. Let's get that 5 armor. Sorry, just a mosquito buzzing around in here. Classic Endless. Who doesn't love becoming super OP until the enemies outscale you? That is Endless Misery. But yes, that is how Endless Misery functions. Instead, we're currently playing Endless Power. We played Endless Misery before this, but Endless Power has an actual end. It's just your power scales ridiculously. This is very much the power fantasy version of it. Get him. Man, we're so far from being able to get Spiritual Flurry, but I love it. I want it so damn bad. Reduce the cost of 1 random card by 2 in the next hand. I don't really care about reducing their damage incoming, so yeah, that's probably the play for us. Let's play an Arrow Bag to draw 2 cards. Now, this is Dullahan. The enemy can poison you with its attacks. The poison grows stronger with each hit. It will also continue summoning allies. And then also you're redirecting right now, so we're gonna have to kill you too. Now, Dullahan is not immune to stun, so cop some. Oh, we were out of arrows to draw in the deck, so I just played that for no reason whatsoever at the very end. Oops. Now we know. It's still how it was before. After the end of Endless Power, you just get dropped into Endless Misery-ish. Ah, okay, right. So 36 is going to be our capstone for us in particular. Phantom's Aid for the negative armor first. Probably should have been the play there. I say probably, I mean definitely. I've got all of these quivers, but I only really want to play this one. Or at least I need to get to be able to play that one. Come on, we gotta get rid of you now. Finally. Like faints. Enough defense for us here. Yawning Portal. Every few turns, an enemy will spawn out of the portal. Destroying the portal will remove all poison, heal everyone in combat, increase your damage, and reduce your armor. We should probably just focus on Dullahan instead. Maybe stun the portal if we can. No, it's immune to stun. Still gonna Agile Draft here. Just because getting another shot on Dullahan so I can reduce his armor by 100 for a bunch of turns is really useful. There's a Spiritual Flurry. Shadow Shot there. Now the Spiritual Flurry is available. We have 7 cards in hand without it, so it'll take us up to 14. And then it's just time to hit Dullahan as hard as I can hit Dullahan. Whoa, that was really slow. Oh, okay. How do I scale much larger than this? Because this is near the top end of what this build is currently capable of doing. Got still a decent amount of shots left in the draw pile. Shot of hope out here. Another agile drive available. There's 3 shots left in there still. Sure. And then just play out one of the unbreakable feints. Actually, you know what? Both of them I have the energy for it anyway. I do like how that skill effectively goes only cost 3 ultimate charge since it gives 7 back. Yeah. That's like a huge part of it, right? Is that you still have the ability to play a bunch of other quivers on the turn, which is why these other quivers in my deck aren't awful, but man, they're close. Reducing armor of all enemies by 25% for 3 turns. Should have played that before that. Oops. Just more shots, more shots, more shots. I mean, I think if I ignore everyone else, this is going to be the best result for us, but God, I'm getting a little stressed while doing it. Oh, there was nothing even to get with the agile draft there. Uh-oh. I think we've got enough damage here that it'll be fine, though. Yeah. Phantom's Aid. And actually, we would even have the ability to use the weak shots on that turn if we needed to. Let's go another card from the deck. Get the release out of there. Never cared about that. Each hit dealt by the ultimate ability also triggers additional hits from your Phantom. Love that. Ultimate ability targets all enemies instead of random ones. Killing an enemy with an ultimate ability grants you ultimate charges. Barriers aren't destroyed after 1 turn. All barriers are 50% weaker. I think that saves us. I don't want it. To be clear, I really don't want it. But I think that actually saves us our life. And I think our life matters, like, a lot. We also have this, which is our barriers are 50% stronger. So I'm hoping that those cover for one another. Equal each other out. We're getting there. Oh my God, we are ever getting there. We had no more arrows in the entire deck to draw. That'll kill you, actually. An unbreakable feint. So do barriers last more than 1 turn, or do they last, like, they are just barricade, like they are with us forever? Phantom's Aid, into Shadow Shot, into Shot. And now it's time for the Spiritual Flurry. You ready? 3. And 4. Oh, you've split, okay. We should just reduce the amount of targets on board more than anything else right now. In the draw pile, there is 1 shot left, actually. But it's a good one. Just get a feint, I guess. Yeah, it looks like we're just on barricade business now. Love it. Splitting shot into a Shot of Hope. I wanted to underplay the damage there. Unfortunately, the Shot of Hope underplayed its damage way too significantly. So generate the Phantom's Aid for the other side. And how many? Okay, so I could get one of these agile drafts off. There's nothing even to draw with the next one, unfortunately. All right, that'll do. Perfect. This is 18, I think, for us. The fights are getting both slower and faster. Draw one maneuver, says Somersault. Upgrades to double Somersault. Draw 2 maneuvers and decrease their energy by 1 this turn. Triple Somersault, 3 maneuvers and reduce their energy cost by 2 this turn. That's actually pretty good. Still not enough to make me put maneuvers back into this deck, I think. Yeah, hard pass all of those again. Whenever a maneuver deals at least 1 hit, gain 3 ultimate charges. Oh, I do care about that. I don't think I have any maneuvers in this deck at this point, though. The deal hits. Oh, that is so efficient. No. Taking studded armor and walking away. Multi-shot to maneuver. I removed it. I got rid of it. Why did I do that? All right, Treasure Guardian. Guardian's Treasure. What do you got? Another splitting shot. Gonna be starting with ridiculous amounts of armor at this point. I think my primary concern is taking out the Soul Blade first. Yep. I think that went pretty well. Leave all of the quivers there. I need to get rid of the basic quivers in my deck, the non-agile ones. It's just too many quivers. 1, 2, and a smoke shot against the target that I care the least about. That one over there. Spiritual Flurry. We'll get him in the end. Oh, you better believe. Finally. And then there's agile drafts available. I do actually have cards in the draw pile to hit. Shock Hope just draws us another card. I have one more shot available. There you go. Just enough. Since we've gotten so many damage ups, how much does that ult do at max charges? I don't know if the ult is based on our damage or if it's external to that. Deal 3 hits for 75% damage to random enemies. Honestly, having one more AoE in this deck, especially a random target AoE, so it's even good against a single target, I think that's great. Perfect shot, no. Increase the minimum damage you deal by 3 at the start of each turn. Gain 5%, no. Ruthlessness. By and far the Ruthlessness. Are we only fighting Treasure Guardians at this point? I thought that was just a Treasure Guardian fight. Hey, Topper Harley. Welcome on in. Got a bunch of deranged life forces to go against here. Let's attack one of the ones that is trying to attack itself. So we've now negated its strong aura. The last was one before. Got it. Carrier equal to 150% of their armor, and then I kind of want to wait for the Spiritual Frenzy, but it's on one of the ones who's gonna buff. There we go. I will wait for a Spiritual Frenzy turn here. Just seems damned important to do so. I was really certain that was going to kill that deranged force. Fine, there you go. Another smoke shot against another target. I guess I'll do it against the target that I've already done this smoke shot against. And that's already good. There it is. So Spiritual Flurry is... yeah, fills our hand that turn. Apparently I did try and draw over my hand limit. Interesting. Drawing the first card over your hand limit. So that triggered. Too many options triggered. No, it didn't. It didn't trigger. We just had a lot of... a lot of ultimate charge before we actually started it. Never mind. This would be the right place for a multi-shot though. But I don't want to leave a multi-shot in the deck for only good on the turn after I play the Spirit Arrows. Because that's kind of hard to get to. Weak shots to break their stance. Oh my god, we're actually going to get back to full ultimate charge as well. I'm kind of keen to try and use it. I'm going to do it. That was a pretty huge amount of damage, I think. It's pretty reasonable. So they block anything under 50. Unfortunately, that means the splitting shot will be blocked on all of them. Need to get your armor even further. There's a spiritual draw. I'm not going to be doing those anymore, I think. Don't know why this fly has decided to make my face its home. More arrow bag, even more shots, and that'll do it. Beautiful. There's our Treasure Guardian down. Increase your card draw again. There is also duplicate another card. I want to be able to remove cards from the deck, but I've never been given the opportunity. I'm starting to run out of arrows, so I think I actually do have to dupe. I'm duping a Shot of Hope. Also join these cracked calcs. So now we're drawing 2 additional cards with their cost reduced by 1 in the first turn. What is every turn gain 2 armor until the end of combat? No. Reduce soul, no. I mean, you know, all of these are additionals on top that we know that we don't really care that much about. Obviously, the cracked Ethel is giving us the ability to increase our damage. Now, damage on turn 1 is also kind of still important, but I would really like to join these tiers. 1 fight to the legendary encounter next. And everyone has so much armor. Phantom Aid hit you, and then when you get hit by all of the... Oh, why... all of the Spirit Archers just choose 1 target, and then they fight that target specifically. But sometimes it's the left, sometimes it's the right. Strange. even more blind flurries out of that hand. Shot of hope. Up to agile. Fine. Still. Tainted Force stuns an enemy. I can throw that out on you for the extra 25 removal. And in fact, I will. And then let's get some barricade that's not going to disappear. The Phantom's Aid. We don't have the spiritual draw in hand, unfortunately. Come on, you gotta die. There you go. Hey, Calamata, welcome on in. Weird fiber shots, it says. Draw 0 weak shots and gain 0 barrier. 1 weak shot and 10 barrier for every 2 ultimate. No. Hard pass on all of those, actually. Quick draw. In the first turn of combat, draw 2 additional arrows. Baby. Yes, please. We'll take the extra damage again. Legendary encounter time. Oh, so they just give us triplicate of Darenheim Winterbane? Pay attention to its intent and notice it will become immune to stuns even after losing a single one of its trees. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a splitting shot as well, already active. Unfortunately, I do have to destroy both of the trees in order to be able to actually attack them, so... 300 damage on the first turn already. That's feeling pretty good. Good work on the Blind Fury there. There's also Darenheim's Life Essence. Will perform regular attacks. Can I kill this now? Gumlunda says, as of today, I'm fully vaccinated, being 2 weeks since the second dose, so that's pretty hype. Hell yes. Congratulations. I think I'm 4 days from my first. It's gonna be a damned good feeling. Well, yeah, after the not necessarily great feeling at the start. Oh no, wait, I should have stunned you before it. Whatever. Actually, if I stunned you and then I removed the tree, you were still going to remove your stun anyway, so it's fine. We're 1 short of being able to trigger Spiritual Flurry on turn 1. We've got enough arrows to do it, though. So close. There we go. Spiritual Flurry is available this turn. Getting rid of as many of these as I can. All right. And now we're into the weak shots. At the end of this, okay, I'm not going to be able to also use the ult for full. Oh boy. Why are you dealing so much damage? Fear of Death allows Darenheim to occasionally heal from the remaining altar tree. Immune to stun. Yay. Extremely immune to stun. Also immune to stun. You're dealing more damage than it's uh-oh. How do I... Well, I mean, I have things to be able to cast. It could help, I guess. Just destroy you. Doesn't assist us. Killing that part of the tree is just going to spawn another enemy that I'm going to have to deal with. How much is their health on the inside? It's going to be very material. Okay, and then one more with the throwing knife for you. Takes our kill there. So it's 100 on each of you. You are kidding me. 1. Oh, they're 50 armor. 2. I can't stun that remaining one. This is 50 armor. Oh man, this is 50 armor. This time would have been useful. What are you? Wait, can I even use you? I don't know. Wait, can I use the thing sitting behind the draw pile there, or is it disabled by there being the draw pile there? I'm gonna eat 2 meat just to remove that slot, getting the smoke bomb further up. And then I have to smoke bomb you. Oh, that didn't even get close. Draw a card. That's not... I just didn't expect that damage was going to ramp that high that quickly. Obviously, I should have by this point. The fact that I just invalidated so many fights in a row put me in the position where I was really underestimating the scaling that was actually at play at the time. Yeah, 22 puts us down at 313 here. Still, for a first run through, giving us the ability to start thinking about, I thought we had the ult recharge item. We did, but we can only use the ult one time per turn. I could have used it before I went for the explosion against the enemies, but I thought that they were all going to die because I saw the damage number on the ultimate charge rather than seeing the damage number that it would have been doing against enemies. And I was just like, oh, that's already accounting for their armor because, you know, cards in hand would do that more if I only had one target that I could target. Dang! Oh, that absolutely got us. We can start over in the weirdness or explore its mystery. I think we've done some exploring of its mystery for today. Which takes us to the end. My name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Tainted Grail Conquest. We have been sponsored, by the by. Again, I will mention, for the 1.1 Shattered Reality patch of this game. If you're watching this on Steam, all the links you're looking for will be available in the description down below to be able to find the Steam store page to pick the game up for yourself. For the moment, though, hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.